Hello friends, we are in our stateroom on a cruise ship coming across the Atlantic on a transatlantic cruise, but we didn't want to wait to share highlights of our trip to Lisbon, Portugal. We hope you will enjoy them. On the day we left, our morning started with an Uber ride to meet the airport shuttle to head to the Denver airport.
One thing we like to do at the Denver airport is visit the Capital One Lounge, where we can get free food. They also have showers, Wi-Fi, and grab-and-go food. We get to go there because we have a Capital One VentureX credit card. You like that, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, you made it.
Made it.
Yeah. I guess we didn't get enough to eat in the lounge. After an 8-hour flight, we landed in Paris.
A little bleary-eyed.
It's very, very crowded here.
It is very crowded. We're waiting for our connecting flight to Lisbon.
We were heading to Lisbon to catch a transatlantic cruise back to the U.S., but first to explore Lisbon. Wow, look at the people. We caught an Uber to the Holiday Inn Continental, which we booked with hotel points, and we were very impressed.
I'm trying to keep my eyes open.
So we just arrived a little bit ago. We had some trouble getting an Uber. But anyway, this is our motel for 3 nights. The bathroom, nice and big. About a block away was a coffee shop. So we are just exhausted, but we're trying to stay awake. So we came out and took a little walk, and we have this, I think it's Patis de Nada, the famous little pastry they make here. And look at this.
And I asked for a small coffee.
Oh, that looks big.
You can't tell how big, small that is.
Compared to his hand, it looks kind of small.
And it is powerful. It will cut right through steel.
Walking further, we found Campo Pequeño, a historic building designed to honor bullfighting, which housed a shopping mall in the basement. Another brisk walk to stay awake, and we found our first dinner, not exactly Portuguese. And we got the very same thing.
No, we don't usually do that.
Ron and his twin eating at the same time.
My twin, huh?
The next morning, we hit the hotel's bakery around the corner. Before taking a taxi to catch a hop-on, hop-off bus. We circled the Marquis of Pombal Square several times, a roundabout for several important avenues. The Marquis was a prime minister who ruled Portugal in the 1700s. It was foggy along the Tagus River our first full day in Lisbon, but it lifted and revealed beautiful blue skies as we headed up the hill to the National Palace. The National Palace was used as a royal residence in the late 1800s until the end of the monarchy in 1910. Now it's a museum and is still used for important state ceremonies. The Geronimos Monastery now houses the Maritime Museum and is the burial place for several important people, including Vasco da Gama. Back by the coast, the monument to the discoveries was shrouded in fog.
The monument honors the Portuguese age of discovery and exploration of the 15th and 16th centuries.
It's a very impressive place and really speaks well of the importance Portugal played in the discovery of the New World.
With Henry the Navigator at the bow of what appears to be the front of a ship, it has 16 figures on each side depicting famous people of the era, including sea captains, discoverers, writers, missionaries, royals, and even a painter. It was a colder day, so we decided to warm up in a nearby restaurant. We both got minestrone soup. This is our view outside the window at the restaurant. A large modern shopping center was a stark contrast to some of the older buildings we were seeing. I couldn't be sure, but it looked like an old palace became a jail. We took 2 different routes on the hop-on hop-off Grey Line bus our first day. For just a few extra euros, you can take up to 4 different lines and get up to 72 hours of sightseeing. We paid 28 euros each for 2 lines over 48 hours. A lot of the streets and the sidewalks are made out of either tile or rock, especially in the old areas of town, so it can be precarious at times. Oops. We're going to have to really watch our footing.
Oh, this is amazing. Very uneven right here, dude.
A wonderful viewpoint was obviously a favorite with locals as well as tourists that looked out over the city and out over the cruise ships.
One of the fun things we learned about transportation there is all of these tuk-tuks, they call them, that are available for tours. Boy, are they decorated.
The National Pantheon houses the tombs of important Portuguese citizens. Oh, look at the flea market. The flea market went on for blocks and blocks, and we were told it's open every Tuesday and Saturday. We were surprised to discover a Christmas market open in November, and we visited it on our last night. We'll show you what we found in our video next week. After the bus, we decided to try the metro to get back to our hotel. Ron, this on the back. Oh. Thank you. We had a glitch or two, but we made it. We decided to get off a stop earlier than our hotel in order to walk part of the way back.
What'd you get?
I guess they're chestnuts, yes. They're chestnuts, and they were roasting on open fire. And they look like this.
Upon this hotel, Evolution Hotel, and there's an arm holding it up.
After walking a while, we had to stop for coffee.
Here's our view from the coffee place.
And of course, I love a good donut. Next was dinner. It may look like we eat all the time, but honestly, we're walking it off.
Still jet lagged, and tonight is hitting. We've been going all day. I'm tired.
This is caprese salad. Looks delicious. And what's yours, Ron?
Something risotto. Yeah.
Okay.
Forget the first word.
Looks good.
Back near the hotel, the Campo Pequeño was lit by Christmas lights, and when we got to the hotel lobby, it had a Christmas tree. The next morning, we decided to walk back to the metro and catch it to our bus stop.
This is where we got help on directions. We were lost on the streets of Lisbon, so we had to...
Still are.
We had to get pastry so we could ask where we are and try to find the metro.
Be sure you can do the stairs if you're going to take the metro. Although there are elevators at certain stops, some of those don't work, so you can't count on them.
Have you ever heard of the phrase, won't take no for an answer? That's the way the salesmen out here are.
Here we go again, another day on the bus.
We stopped at the São Pedro de Alcântara viewpoint for a nice view of the city. An earthquake in Lisbon in 1755, followed by a tsunami and fire, killed an estimated 60 to 100,000 people and nearly totaled the city. Most of the old buildings were destroyed, and the city has been rebuilt since then, though a few historic buildings did survive. St. George's Castle has been standing for centuries.
How was that? I guess we just turned around and go back up.
Beside the viewpoint was a tram or funicular that travels down one steep, narrow street, linking one part of the city to another. Our 24-hour metro ticket was also good for trams and buses. It was our only tram ride, though we have heard that a must-see ride for tourists is the number 28 tram that tours through Lisbon's traditional neighborhoods. Walking down a steep street from there, we came upon the church that in English is called Holy Door of Mercy. A further walk took us to lunch along that very noisy street.
So I don't know what you call this, but it was the special. I don't know what square this is, but it looks like the happening place.
While we tried to find our next bus stop, we discovered the popular Time Out Market, a modern place for food of all kinds.
Ron found his spot. Tomato, of course.
This is pistachio.
Oh, pistachio, yum. Of course, I can't say anything about Ron's habit, can I?
We were tired from walking, so caught the bus for more views, including the 16th century Belém Tower, the monument to the discoveries, and the 25th of April Bridge with the Christ the King statue across the river. The bridge was named for the date of the revolution overthrowing the Salazar regime in 1974. As we came upon a large department store in Lisbon, festively decorated, we realized how close we are to Christmas and the celebration of Christ's birth. We hope you'll join us next week when we show you Lisbon's first Christmas market. See you then. Thanks for watching, liking, and subscribing to our videos.